braised chicken thighs with some potatoes, rosemary, olives, a little bit of vinegar. Delicious. You know, I think thighs are underused. Every part of the chicken except the breast is underused. Thighs are economical, they're delicious, I love them, and so here is a recipe for it. A nice large braising pan. Here I have some vegetable oil because we're going to brown the chicken, we're going to brown the potatoes, and then we're gonna go on and kind of give them the flavors. Here's the chicken, some salt, just like that. So I am looking here, if you have a chicken thigh like that and you have these, just cut that off. Do you like the skin? Do you leave the skin on? I like the skin. Just cut off this little kind of extra pieces of fat. Although when you kind of brown them, you will lose those pieces of fat. Okay, I think we are fine. Let me just lightly flour them. Okay, I think the oil is nice and hot, yes. Skin down first. Okay. All right, we're dealing with chicken here, so let me go wash my hands a little bit. You know, a little bowl like this of water and some bleach in there disinfects your hands, disinfects the knife whenever you're cooking or cutting chicken or meat. This is a great way to kind of clean things up and disinfect them. Now we can proceed. So while the chicken is browning, what else are we going to put in there? Olives. The Cerignola olive, these big green olives. I love them. They're meaty, they're flavorful. So how do you get this meaty olive? You can just kind of cut the meat right off like that. Or another way to do it is just to kind of whack it like that, and you pull the pit out. It's not as precise and as pretty, but it's effective and it's flavorful. You know, I love it when you go on my social media. And because you ask me questions, because I have an opportunity to communicate with you and to answer you. So here are some of those questions that come to Ask Lidia. This is Anna Flannery from Louisville, Kentucky. And she wants to know, does braising always have to take such a long time? Are there any shortcuts? Well, braising in its nature means, you know, kind of slowly perking away and all the flavors coming together in the sauce and the meat coming soft, tender, falling off the bone. But, you know, you can speed that process up by, instead of having one whole piece of meat, a whole roast or a piece of shoulder, you can cut it up in pieces. So in braising, it's about the size of the meat. The larger the meat and the vegetables, the pieces, the longer it will take to cook. The smaller the pieces of the meat and the vegetable, the shorter time it will take to cook. The chicken, all right, here we are. So the chicken is nice and crispy. And we'll put it to the side. And you know, in this whole process, all you need is this one braising pot. You don't need anything else. And hence we'll be taking things in and out until we get them all at the right kind of crispiness. And then we'll build the sauce in here. Okay. Let's add the potatoes. I want them crispy as well. You know, I leave the the skin on. Nice and easy because you don't want it to splatter. Okay. Let's spread them out. I want them to be kind of caramelized on all sides. Now you notice how the flouring of the chicken, do we need to do that? Well, I think it seals some of the juices in, but what also happens to the flour is when we make the sauce, the flour will break down into the sauce and thicken the sauce and give it more flavor and more body. I think we have a nice color on the potatoes. And let's fish them out. So I will remove this vegetable oil out. So a little bit of oil. Let's get the garlic in there and get the flavors going. Again, garlic, I love the flavor of garlic, but I don't want to eat it, so I crack it like that, get all the flavors out, and then I can remove it when it has released its flavors. I'm gonna put in the olives also because I want them to kind of release a little bit of their flavor. And now I will return all of this to the pot. So let me add the vinegar. I wanted to get into the chicken and into the potatoes. So I'm looking. What I need is the salt for the potatoes. I did not do that. I salted the chicken, but not the potatoes, so a little bit of salt. And let me put in a rosemary, just like that. And now we'll put the wine full blast, full temperature, full heat. Okay. You want to lower the temperature and you want to cover it so it slowly braises. So we'll let this braise for 15 or 20 minutes and then we'll be ready to plate it. Masterclass, Braising Basics. Learn how to prepare a meal in one pot. Choose the right pan to fit your braise. Understand the technique of making a perfect braising sauce. Learn how to build layers of flavor. The aroma tells me it's ready. Let's check. Sure. Oh, magnifico, bellissimo. The sauce is just the right density. And, I'm just tempted to taste here and to let you know and to tell you. So I'm looking for the smallest piece of chicken here, but I think they're all nice size. Okay, I'll take this one. This here. And I want some olives, a nice potato, just like that. And just a little bit more of the sauce. And a nice piece of fresh rosemary like that. So let me see where, yeah, it looks beautiful on all sides, but maybe this, just a little piece right here. Nice little piece of meat, a little piece of the olive. Delicious. It's good. The chicken is soft, braising does that. It still has the crust, the acidity of the vinegar, the olives, the potatoes. You can still taste the crust, but they're soft, and they took in the flavors of the rosemary. So delicious. I think it's ready to bring to the family.